Hey everyone, to the road to Sub-10 episode 3. First of all, I haven't told you guys one thing, and that is that in the last video, I chose one random person, and that person is gonna win $6 to the cubicle. So let's just roll the wheel and see who won. Well, congrats Sean, you just won $6 to the cubicle. And also, this is not the RS trim and $10 giveaway, it's just that I found another gift card, so yeah, might as well give it to you guys today. So the solves on screen were the only good solves that I recorded. The 8s were on stream and the 9s were just recorded like that. So in all these solves, I've noticed that I rotate at PLL, and that's one thing I'm gonna have to fix. And also a lot of my F12 solutions are really inefficient. I've been trying to fix that for the past 2 videos, but I guess I'm gonna have to, you know, force myself to find better solutions. Also, I forgot a few OLLs, so I'm gonna have to learn them again. So these are awkward shapes, and the straight line without any headlights whatsoever. So as you can see, in those solves, I turn a lot slower than in my usual solves. I believe that's what I should do every time, because that allowed for better look ahead, and I believe if I apply that to my other solves, these sub-10s could become a lot more frequent. Also, I ordered a Tenyon V1, which, I mean, I've tried it in the comp once, and it perfectly fit my turning, so I think I'll turn a lot better with that cube. But we're gonna see how I perform and if I can get sub-10 within the end of the year by just applying these little tips that I'm giving myself. $8.60, pretty poggers. So now it's time to drill some F12 algs and cases, so I did that for around an hour, and it was pretty fun. I practiced every F12 case that I didn't really know, and then I did the best thing I could do, which is practice these cases by turning slowly and doing slow turning solves. And now I got like a 10 average of 5 right after these slow solves. So I know what a lot of you are gonna say, oh, that's the most generic piece of advice ever. No, slow turning has helped me a lot. And if you slow turn enough and practice enough to the point where you don't really have pauses, you're gonna be able to pick up some higher turning speed without any pauses, and that's gonna make you faster. So now it's time to learn some better last layer algs, you know, PLL, OLL, and maybe start work on edge control and COLL. Also, one thing I would advise you to do when learning OLL is drawing these cases and splitting them into different triggers and moves. So for example, here we have sexy move, then a kind of a sledge, and then we have another trigger. So I guess I kind of lied last episode when I said that I learned full OLL. I still had a few cases that I didn't fully know, but now I think they're pretty much in my head. And you know, writing these cases on in a book and just remembering them by you know, splitting them in triggers has been really helpful. I advise you do the same. So I'm almost done with OLL, so I just have these 2 cases to drill, and otherwise the rest is green. These are good. So now I'm gonna work on a bit of edge control. So for that, there's not really a set of algs that I'm gonna learn. It's just practicing F12 and finding, first of all, better ways to insert pairs, and then finding ways to preserve what's on top so I can avoid dot cases at all costs. I could do that if I was bad, but I can just insert that like that with a sledge. And wow, that was easy. If I want to be faster with edge control and actually use it properly, I need to practice it. So I think I'm gonna do last slot plus last layer on CS timer, and we're gonna see how it goes. Alright, so since I have 2 of these sessions to show, I just want to talk about why I learned edge control. So I just want to avoid dot cases since they're my slowest OLLs, and instead of drilling them and just wasting time on that, I want to you know, learn how to orient the edges more easily, and that's going to allow me to get like faster OLLs. Now I know some people are going to disagree with me, so if you do, please tell me down in the comment section what you would do instead, and I'll be happy to either apply it or, you know, just explain to you why I chose to do it another way. That was a pretty lucky thing. If I can get something like that every solve, I would be very happy. Okay, a lot of skips. Finally, good solve. Okay, so if we bring this good edge there, we can just do a slide and it gives us an anti-soon. Okay, so now this step is around 5 seconds. It used to be 7 like yesterday's. So next time I think I'm going to do a long average, like 100 to 1000, and we're going to see how I can apply all the concepts I learned in this video, next time. So I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.